Right, I've got a cracker here today. Now, I don't see this on YouTube a lot. In fact, I don't think we've seen it at all. A lot of YouTube videos focus on like improving a certain skill or drills, but not really on how to get over the mental aspect of golf. Now, you've worked with the likes of Carl Morris before, he's worked with like major champions.
Oh yeah, first major champion was, or one of them, I could be wrong, Louis Oosthuizen when he won the Open, the red dot sort of thing.
And then obviously using your experience of caddying, there's so many mental aspects that ruin a lot of club golfers' games that you're going to address today.
100%. We're going to go through the 7, I picked 7, I don't know, there's more than that, but these are the 7.
We'll do 7 for now.
Yeah, we'll do 7 for now, because we could be here all day. But we're going to say what they are, how to fix them, and there will be light bulb moments in every single one of them. So let's start with par 3s.
And the reason that we're picking this today is because Omar...
Yeah. Forgot about this. We are powered by you, the viewers.
Yeah, Omar asked this question. He said, hey Alex, how do you overcome the mental aspects of the game? We'd love to see a video on...
He got killed.
Where did that... Oh my God.
Where were we?
Yeah, would love to see a video that addresses this because I feel like this affects my game more than the skill. And we mentioned this on another video before, that golfers spend so much money on golf lessons but it can all be ruined by the mental side of it, and none of us want that.
None of us want to work on it. None of us want to pay for it. So here are the 7 and 3 tips to improve it. Number 1 on my list is being heavily influenced by what other people use. And what I mean by that is on a par 3, you might see your playing partner pick out a 7-iron. You've already picked a 6-iron out. They then hit a great shot on the green. You go and grab 7, come up short. Come on, be honest. How many of you have done that? I see it all the time. My dad does it with his mate Bob. Bob does it with my dad. It happens all the time, and it's costing you shot. It's a poor mental error. Now, I want you to stick to your guns. However, when your playing partners do hit a shot, right, pay attention to what the ball does in the air. So if the wind's heavily off the left, did it push it a long way this way? If it's off the right, did it push it a long way this way? If it's into wind, did it stall the ball? So you can use it to guide you, but don't be heavily influenced. You've got to stick to your guns, because at the end of the day, you actually don't know how they struck it. They could have got it thin, they could have got it fat. So let's hit this one away. 138 this. I've got an optimistic wedge in my hand. Let's see if I can get there. Oh, I've hit it well, Em.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know, that's straight down the flag. Oh.
Oh, the sound effects then.
Ooh. Ah. That could be quite close. So that's number 1. First stupid mental mistake. Number 2 on my list, Ems, is dealing with nerves.
I think you'll want to talk with this. When you tried to play professionally, I hated it.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't ever practice what I preach. But this is what my advice would be, right? So, after 9 holes, let's say you got a good score in your hand, you're 2 or 3 better your handicap, you've gone out in 20 points, 21 points, right? I'll tell you what, that's close, you know.
Oh my God, it is.
Look at that. Whoa, pin eye. That's what we like to see. So as I was getting distracted there, I'm just going to show you where that's just finished. But my point being, right, going out in a good score after 9 holes, you've got to now compartmentalise the back 9, because you could get like really carried away with yourself. So after 9 holes, I know you're going to have your playing partner's card in your hand. What I would do is I would break the next 9 holes into 3 rounds of 3.
So did you do this with Tom?
I did this with Tom, but I sort of did it in my head and sort of kept imagining, okay, really embrace the next 3 holes, and then within those 3 holes, really embrace that hole, and in that hole, really embrace just that shot. And breaking it down this way into 3 rounds of 3 allows you to deal with nerves better, because before you know it, with a good score after 9 holes, a good 10, a good 11, you're running away with yourself thinking, I'm going to have 44 points, and then everything goes in the bin, down the can.
And like we mentioned about the risk situation, again, like if you're getting carried away with yourself, you might think, oh yeah, I can easily make it over this water. In the water, boom, 2 shots.
Exactly, before you know it, absolutely gone. So that's point number 2. Break it down to 3 sets of 3 for your back 9 when you've got a good score in your hand, or even actually break it down into 6 sets of 3 on the first hole. I think it's just a really good thing to get into. Number 3, nerves. Getting rid of tension. How do you get rid of tension? Well, what I would say is, on a chip shot, a full shot, any sort of long game shot, have a few waggles. Well, there we go. And on the green, like this could be a nervous putt. Like having a birdie is a nervous thing. Like having a 3-pointer, there is amount of nerves in that. Whether you have them a lot or whether you don't have them a lot, there is an element of nerves going on. So what I would do is, nice and simply like this, right? Before I hit my practice putting strokes, I think Stenson did this, to be fair. And if it's good enough for him, good enough for us. Major champion. So I would get over that ball, tap the tension out the arms, then make your putting strokes, your practice ones, you walk in, and now you've got no tension to have like a free flowing, oh.
That did you over there, that.
I know, I just didn't quite read it properly. I was more into getting rid of the tension, but it's a good putt. But I had free flowing putting stroke, and that's a stress-free 3. So to get rid of tension in your putting stroke, have the taps, and in the in the long game, have a few waggles before every shot.
It's interesting actually, when we film, I'm just trying to think Mottram, for example, that's where we usually do it on one particular hole. Often golfers will pass through and they always make the joke because we have the full down on the floor and they're thinking, oh God, he's going to look at what the yardage is. We don't, obviously, we know.
Well, we do sometimes.
Yeah. But my point is sometimes golfers, for me, will stand there and they know that you're watching, even though we do our best. It's like when you're putting your pin number, just look away because I don't want to put them off and feel like I'm watching them. But I do think they do become tense.
I definitely...
I can literally picture so many golfers' shots and they're kind of like, they're stiff and they just look...
Also on that hole, don't forget there's water there. And that'll play a big factor too. We're watching. There's a launch monitor down. There's a full swing down. There's water. It's just everything. So having that sort of relaxation, a little waggle before, a little bit like Duffner, is a really good thing to do.
Yeah, it's like brushing everything under the carpet before you hit the shot, so everything's clear.
And that's a really good way of thinking about it. Next on our list, when the water is a bit of a magnet. And have a look at this shot here, just before this green. This is a beautiful hole here. What a shot this is, by the way. But where's all that water? In front and running up the left-hand side. Now, it can very often be a magnet in the sense of you're going through your mind over the shot thinking, don't go in the water, don't go in the water, don't go in the water, don't go in the water. And if you have that mentality, you have to start, no matter what your handicap is, get so involved with visualising the best shot you can, you forget about the water. Now, how I do this, right? Let me grab my yardage first. And I'll tell you how this works. I've got a quote from Carl Morris's website here for you. But imagine a shot tracer as you watch them when you watch golf on TV. I want you to sort of stand over there and picture your perfect, ideal shot tracer. Okay? So whether that be like you're a fade of the golf ball, whether that be you're a draw of the golf ball, you have your perfect shot shape. It's 186. I've got 6 iron. Now let me read this to you. So this is why it works. Why it works, and this is on Carl Morris's website. And like I say, it comes with some clout, this. Scientific studies have shown that the vivid mental imagery activates the same neural pathways as physical practice. This mental rehearsal enhances muscle memory, leading to improved consistency and execution on the golf course. So you might think it's trivial, but there is studies that show that this is not. So right here, I would get so involved with picturing that shot. I'm going to describe it as if I was on your shoulder. I'm going to go over that tree, around and on the green. Rather than just walking up here and hitting it and being so bothered about the water, I'm too involved now in picturing that shot. So let's see if we can practice what we preach. Here we go. Oh, I tell you what, I like it. Get a piece. Left fringe, left fringe. You know what, 186, I'll take the fringe. That is not the end of the world. So far, I know there's loads that you're learning right now, but we've still got a few more that I know will seriously help you. Now, we read out a question at the start. Well, I didn't read it out, Em's read it out. But if you want your question answered, dead easy. I want to help you, but you've got to subscribe, you've got to turn on the bell, and just pop it down below in the comments. Let's put that divot back and go on to the next. Right, now this is a real bugbear for me. And I'm saying this, I'm laughing to myself because I used to do this all the time. Right. Negative Nelly. Negative Nelly. I could, for example, and I've played with people where they might have hit that shot there, that 6 iron, a little bit out the heel, but it still ended up on the fringe, and being like, oh, no, I've heeled it. But that's what I did. Do you know what I mean? You probably see my dad do it, and I'm like, Yeah, but you're on the green.
No, I've seen you do it.
Okay, fair. Try to take the blame away from me, no, you're right, and
To be fair, yours isn't on the golf course, yours is with things in life, but yeah, fine, it's the golf course.
But that's why it's the golf course.
You're not a robot. You're not a robot. You're not gonna be able to do it perfect every time. And even
exactly.
Rory McIlroy doesn't do it perfect every time.
No, and this is what I think, right? People think, they watch golf on TV and they think, oh, Rory just flushes all 66 shots that he takes. 66, I would like to do that. But in reality, he doesn't. Yeah, you might hit one a little bit heely, but he doesn't change his body language. He doesn't let you know. And I always think this, right? If you heel one and it goes down the middle of the fairway and you outdrive all your playing partners, or you're a little bit short of them or whatever, just keep yourself to yourself. Don't let them know where you struck it from. Because actually, you're getting yourself to look a little bit elusive. You hit more fairways, you get more confidence, and the reality is you're never going to hit a perfect shot. As Em said, you're not a robot, so you can't expect to hit perfect shots.
I agree. Sorry, I was getting distracted by the bridge thinking, you don't drive a buggy over there, do you?
No, don't drive a buggy over there. I know not.
I was thinking, surely you're not
no, we're not driving a buggy. So yeah, next point, don't expect to hit the perfect golf shot every single time. Just be quiet. If you're a little bit of a heel, you hit the fairway. Hit a little bit of the toe, hit the fairway. You thin it, you hit the green. Don't matter. There are no pictures on the scorecard. And how many times have we heard that? But have you actually taken that advice? No. I'm saying no. I'm telling myself a lesson right here. So as much as you're learning, I need to do this too. Let's move on to the next. Now, by the way, if you're thinking, where are we? We're obviously not in the UK. We're in Portugal. We're at the Dom Pedro Golf Course. And you know what? I'm loving these trees. Look at that there. I love a good tree like that. I know it sounds a really strange thing to say, but that's just a beautiful look. It's like the golf course, it's just been carved through a beautiful landscape here. Right, okay. That sounded really like I was at David Attenborough. What's his accent? Do with me his accent?
No way. Not a camera.
The beautiful landscape.
What a guy.
What a guy. So, my next point being, right, so imagine we've hit this shot, we were sort of fringe, this is where we hit our 6 iron to, and I then duff it in front of me. Point number 6 on our list is don't let one bad shot affect the next 4 or 5. So how I do this, I have a 5-yard rule. Whether that be 5 yards from where my shot that I just made a hash of was, I can walk, think about it for 5 steps, and then it's got to be over. Or, when I'm within 5 yards of my next shot, I have to wipe the slate clean, like Em said earlier, brush everything under the carpet, walk into the shot, and then I'm free. I keep saying these things are trivial because no one wants to talk about it on YouTube, but the reality is you duffing a shot like this is affecting 4 or 5 other shots right now, and it doesn't have to. So use the 5-yard rule. 5 yards from your where you've made a bit of a hash, or within 5 yards of your next shot, so you've got some clarity, you're clear, and then you can be solely focused on what you've got to do next. So actually you get out of here and this hole with as minimal shots as you can. Now I've got one more to go with here. Yeah, and I'm happy I've kept this one till last, and you'll be happy you've stayed here.
Now that is the type of bridge that you drive a buggy over.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the other one did look a lot wider from afar.
It's alright, you make me feel not bad.
But as we got closer, it soon didn't. Okay, next one. Let's get into this. Someone once said to me, right, you're not thinking about the repercussions of where your shots are going to be played. And what they meant, hey, whiteboard's coming out, just thought of this.
It's back.
It's back. And what they meant by this was, if you were stood on the green, how would you play this hole coming backwards? Okay. Now, let's assume, because it's a stroke index 9, we've all got a shot, right? On here. Even if you're a 9 handicap single figs, you're going to have a shot on this hole. So let me just briefly say, that's our green, that's our hole, sort of in that shape. We've got 2 bunkers here, bunker there, and bunker there, right? That's our hole. We're teeing off here. Okay. It's 339 meters. So if we stood back here and we're looking back to the hole, where are we thinking we want to play from? That's safe. Well, you would say probably this section here, going back, you're avoiding the bunkers, and then back to the tee. Even if you have a shot on here, you could say, play these bunkers, play short, play on. My point being is if you look at this coming backwards, and we'll do it on here because that drawing's absolutely terrible. we could go, okay, two options. Off the tee, we'd play into here, to the right side of the fairway, and come back here, okay? Maybe a bit more aggressive. But if we want to be super smart about this and use our shot wisely and make our 3 points by making a putt, we would say, take a club that's never going to reach these bunkers, lay up into this heart of the green here to give me a simple chip straight up, avoiding the bunkers. I'm on for 3. I've got 2 putts for 2 points. If I hold a putt, then I'm going to make a 3-pointer. And in reality, that strategy right there avoids disaster. But it's being strong mentally. So many of your playing partners will just go, yeah, it's wide open that, let's hit driver, in the trees, in the bunker, staring double in the face. Whereas being strong mentally, that's what's going to allow you to lower your scores, become far better, and everybody be laughing. Well, not everybody laughing, you'll be laughing, everybody's buying you a beer or a drink after a game of golf. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy these videos, I should have had subscribe on here. Subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, I'm here to help you play your best golf this year. So I'd love you to subscribe and join this channel.